You guys, shit's not making sense. Are we in a reality where down is up and up is down and shit just doesn't make sense? Like, are we in a reality where Bruce Jenner steals his dick? I think he might. Cut that. This is just, I don't know where I was going with it. I say all that to say, what the fuck are the pound for pound rankings in the UFC currently? It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense at all. You know, like, I think the people who are making that list are the same people who try to spell words with Skittles. They get a bunch of Skittles, line them up, all colors, whatever, and they see the S on the Skittle, and they think maybe one of the other Skittles doesn't have a fucking S on it. And they're trying to spell a word, and they can't come up with anything. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. So let's just go through the pound for pound rankings, and yeah, let me just see if any of the rankings make sense. I'm just gonna say the top 15, what they are now, and then we could go through one by one and, you know, correct the list, because it makes no sense. So number 1 pound for pound, Islam Makhachev. Agree. Number 2, John Jones. Completely disagree. Number 3, Ilia Topuria. Disagree. 4, Merab. I agree. 5, Dricus. I agree. 6, Ankalaev. No. 7, Volk. No. 8, Alex Pereira. No. 9, JDM. No. 10, Alexandra Pantoja. It's like disrespectful. Definitely not 10. 11, Tom Aspinall. 12, Max Holloway. 13, Bilal Muhammad. 14, Sean O'Malley. And 15, Charles Oliveira. Are we fucking dusted? What the fuck? I know Dana said he was going to get AI to make the pound for pound rankings.
I don't think that it's right that we would do the rankings. No matter how unbiased you try to be, it's impossible. And I'll be honest with you. There are some fighters I don't like. There's fighters that I really like. And there's things that are good for the business. There's things that you might think, I don't want in our hands at all. Not mine, not Sean's, not Mick's, not Hunter's, nobody's. There has to be a third party that or AI or something that does the rankings.
I don't know if that's this or they're coming and they're gonna save the day, but this list needs help. Like, I'm not a religious man, but this is something that needs Jesus. This is terrible, man. Look, I even wrote underneath what I think my pound for pound list is, just the top 15, and it's way better. It just makes more sense. Number 1, like I said before, I agree with Islam Makhachev. Number 2 is not John Jones, in my opinion. I honestly think it's Ilia Topuria, with the level of competition, the activity, it's just the promise he has as a fighter. There's a strong argument to be made he's number 2. You know, for John Jones being number 2, there's an argument to be made he's not even in the top 5 just because he's so inactive. And his last competition was against like a 40-year-old Stipe Miocic. So it's like, I still put John Jones at number 3 just because all the accolades and him being John Jones. I'll give him 3. I put him above Merab and Dricus, even though I wouldn't. How could anybody be offended or angry if he's any lower than, 3? He could be. Number 4, Merab. I agree with that. I think he beat Sean O'Malley. Give him Corey, and then he's wiped that whole division clean. He's beaten everybody in that division. Then he could go up. He could fight the featherweight, whoever that's going to be at the time for the second belt. They'll probably make a vacate because they don't do double champ anymore, which is fucking another thing that's crazy, but that's beyond the point. Number 5, Dricus du Plessis. I agree. I think Dricus deserves to be number 5. I think if he beats Khamzat, he essentially hasn't wiped out the division. There's still Kaio, there's still Imavov, there's still De Ridder, but shit, he's on his way to really becoming one of the greatest of all time in that division. I know there's Silva, I know there's a couple guys in that conversation, even Izzy, but I don't know, man. Dricus is fucking good. If he beats Khamzat, shit, man. Number 6, I got Pantoja. And I don't know how the fuck they put Pantoja at 10. And who do they have 6? They have Ankalaev at 6. Ankalaev literally Who really has he beaten that's that great? He barely beat Alex P. He barely beat Rakic. I think he's beyond overrated. I definitely don't think he's the sixth best fighter in the planet. That's fucking nuts. But whatever, let's get through this list. Number 7, I got JDM. They had number 7, Volk. See, Volk, I could see Volk being in the top 7. I'm not angry at it, but JDM with his performance and the streak he's on, and I feel like he's gonna pose way more of a threat than Volk did to Islam than anybody else really, more than Ilya. I think JDM is better than all these guys. I think he's slept on. I think he has the best hands in the UFC, and yeah, I think he should be number 7. Number 8, Tom Aspinall. I think he deserves to be number 8. You know, they have Alex Pereira at 8. I think Tom being the interim champ and, you know, holding that belt for as long as he has, and he's done all you could ask of him to do. He really has. All that is left is fighting John Jones, and it's like, yeah, he's definitely not. He's definitely in the top 10 for sure. I think they have him at 11, which is crazy. Number 9, I got Volk. Like I said before, Volk is definitely up there. I think he's above Ankalaev, who I got at 10. I got at 11 Alex Pereira, and I want to put Alex above Ankh, but I just can't. He lost to Ankh, and I think he actually wins in the rematch, and it's going to be way more of a competitive fight. I just feel like Alex Pereira couldn't get off his shots. He was uncomfortable with the pressure because he's usually the one walking people down. That's where he finds his success, and his leg kicks are brutal. His power, I don't know. I'm sorry, I have the fucking hiccups. So, yeah, let's go past. So that's 9 and 10. No, I'm tripping. 9 is Volk, 10 is Ankalaev. I got 11 being Alex Pereira, and I got 12 being Khamzat. They got 12 as Max Holloway. If you genuinely can look me in the fucking face and say Holloway has more promising of a career than Khamzat, you're crazy. And Holloway's achievements are unbelievable, but you can't say at the same weight that Holloway beats Khamzat. He doesn't. Even if Holloway was 185, and they're both fighting in middleweight, there's no chance he beats Khamzat. Khamzat's so clean on the ground. His striking's pretty good, and he's the most important fight of his life coming up in 2 months. So yeah, I got Khamzat at 12. I got 13 at Movsar. 13 on their list is Bilal Muhammad, which is fucking stupid. Movsar is way more promising. He's beaten Arnold Allen, who's a beast, who I think will be a future featherweight champ. He's beaten Aljo, and he beat Diego Lopez, and he's undefeated, and he's going to be the next title contender for sure. So yeah, Movsar deserves to be 13. 14 is Shavkat, who we all know is next in line in that welterweight division, behind Islam. And yeah, he's a beast too. He's undefeated. Looked not as good as we expected against Ian Gary, but he's pretty much finished every single opponent you put in front of him, except Ian Gary. And that was a good fight. And apparently he went into that fight with a torn ligament in his knee or something like that, and he's still injured to this day. So you can't really hold it against him, and he's gross, bro. And they had Sean O'Malley at that 14th spot, which I think is crazy. I totally disagree with that. And number 15, they have Charles Oliveira. And of course, I gotta put Arman Saryukin in 15. I think he deserves the title shot way before Charles Oliveira. Yeah, he fucked himself, like I said in the last video, by, you know, not saying he got a back injury, but the reality was he just missed weight. And yeah, he should have fought on that Cali card, but he fucked himself. And now we don't know what's going to happen with him. He declined the Gamrot fight, and most likely he's going to fight either Gaethje or Patty. And if he wins that, he definitely deserves a shot at the belt. Even right now, he deserves a shot at the belt. But we all know he's not going to get it because Dana White holds a grudge, and that's pretty much why he's not letting Makayev come back into the UFC. And there's just a bunch of shit with all that. But overall, my pound for pound list of Islam, Ilya, John Jones, Merab, Dricus, Pantoja, JDM, Tom Aspinall, Volk, Ankalaev, Alex P, Khamzat, Movsar, Shavkat, and Arman Saryukin. is a way better fucking list. And maybe I'm wrong on a few of those. Maybe they're interchangeable on a couple of the lower ones, but yeah, I feel like that list is way more solid than this current top 15 pound for pound list. And I know a lot of you are gonna have your own thoughts and opinions on that, so yeah, just tell me in the comments. Tell me where I might have messed up at. Tell me who you think is in the top 15 that maybe I didn't mention. But overall, the current pound for pound list is, they only had 3 I agreed with. And 3 out of 15, I'm not a fucking genius here. But that's not a passing grade. And that's just, who am I to say I set the standard of 15 for 50 and it's a perfect. I don't think my list is by any means perfect. But shit, I think it's definitely better than 3 for 15. That list is fucking horrible. To have the law at 13 and some of these numbers, Pantoja at 10, it's just disrespectful. It's just, yeah, terrible. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and yeah, thank you for watching.